Welcome to Manga Talk, a manga podcast where we read a lot of manga one volume at a time. I'm Kyle the Otaku Husband.
And I'm Matt.
And this week we're reading Volume 2 of Berserk. So, any predictions, any excitement for Volume 2? Because I'm sure as well excited for it.
I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. It's very intense, very disturbing on several levels.
Yeah.
But can't say it enough with this series. Artwork is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and the chapter title opens up just like an awesome color page of Guts
fixing his arm, messing with his arm.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And we actually see we're still in Vargas's place. We're still in Vargas's place. Who is so far in this chapter and within the next volume, he's my favorite character.
He's a pretty good one.
No, he is. I really think he is. And we cut and see the Bellhelt.
The Behelt.
Behelt.
And a nice color shot. It's one of those things where it's
Berserk is great. Is really good color.
Yeah, it has this marble texture to it that I didn't think it had. I thought it was just solid gold or brass or something.
But most adaptations
make lines and stuff through it.
Yeah, most adaptations make it red.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I do remember seeing it being red.
Yeah, most of the anime adaptations make it red.
Either way, this color shot looks very nice.
Yeah, I know, and now Vargas doesn't know what it is, but Guts gets afraid and starts chokeholding him.
Notices it immediately.
Yeah.
And interrogating the man.
Interrogating Vargas. And poor guy.
He's been through a lot.
Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna get to that actually very soon. And Guts is basically asking him, what the hell? Where'd
you find this?
Yeah, where the fuck you get this? And he stole it from the Count.
Yes.
Not the
Count came across it 7 years ago.
Yeah, not the Count. The
No, the very disgusting oh god.
Jabba the Hutt
Yeah, Jabba the Hutt frickin' Count.
Go sorry, get black sword. I'm sorry, but that's stop. Every time I see him, that's the way I have to. I think of him
very much Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think twice about it if Guts comes out of this sealed in carbonite or whatever.
Hard Guts. Oh. But anyways, and Guts wants to know everything he knows about the Velvet,
yeah.
And he actually tells Guts his name.
Yeah, Vargas. The castle physician, the previous castle physician.
Yeah, he actually used to work for the castle, and in those days the Count. He's yeah.
He used to be. He talks about how the Count used to be a cruel person, but he was still human.
He
knows that he's.
Vargas knows that he's not a human anymore. That he's something completely different. But within that 7-year gap, the Count has changed.
Got the Bellhelt, the Behelt. That's when he started changing.
Yeah, when he got a hold of that thing, he started he started just hanging people and carving them up. The Count,
slicing them open, chopping them up, violating.
Yeah, literally, just doing all disgusting things to people. Yeah, I mean, while they're hanging in some kind of dungeon.
Yeah, and Vargas talks about how it's like his inquisition of the heretics, to get more bodies to carve up.
Yeah, that's the only reason he does all those executions
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
doesn't care whether they're actually heretics or not. He just wants to cut people up
and
and
like
eat them.
and yeah, eat them. And apparently, Vargas was married. He had a wife and 2 sons, and and um that's how his wife and sons died because he ate them.
He tried. What was it? Vargas tried to run away from the castle because he couldn't stand
Seeing
the way
the
the count was going. But they ended up getting caught, and then so they were. Vargas had both his knees and like half of his face, and it looks like down like the right side of his like body and everything.
yeah,
Like the skin and muscle and some of the muscle and everything was just like ripped off. And but then the count killed
and
his
ate. Yeah, the
and
cat.
also ate his legs.
Yeah, he
I'm
ate.
guessing.
Yeah, no, he ate Vargas. Yeah, he did. He ate Vargas's legs because he walks on peg legs.
Yep, he's Peg like the pirate.
He's Vargas. No, but poor Vargas. He's like, just to see what he went through, seeing a monster
Yeah,
ate his whole entire family.
yeah. I mean, there's this really like intense shot of like Vargas like sitting up to
Like, yeah, just
like
basically, he's basically
making a
crucified in a sense.
yes, essentially. I keep putting a hard A in his name. I think it's legit. I think it's just Vargas. But
I
either way,
Vargas, yeah.
yeah. Either way, yeah. You see him like he's tied up on this like cross looking thing. His legs are cut off, and like his right side is all fucked up. And then he's looking at like I don't know if it's his wife or one of his sons. I'm guessing it's one of his sons because I think it's a male body, but
Yeah.
like it's completely dismembered. Like it doesn't have his head, his arms, or his legs, and it's just like the torso and like
And like
some like
the
the
head, though
shoulders and
the
everything.
head's like, yeah, the head's like on another like place.
Yeah, yeah, and you just see the count just like taking the torso and just like shoving the entire thing in his mouth and eating it, and
Just
that's
like,
just incredibly disturbing.
yeah, I know. This is the thing of nightmares, like.
Yeah. You also get kind of a shot of the what like not like his true full demon form, but you see the count like obviously monstrous,
Yeah,
and
like,
it's very 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 unsettling.
very disturbing. But still, and it still looks nice, though, for being disturbing. It
Oh
still
yeah,
looks nice, you know what I mean?
like it looks incredible, but definitely a nightmare.
Yeah. And then we see Guts and Puck, like, just like, well, Guts does look not really giving a shit, but Puck
Yeah,
just
Guts is
like,
just like, yep, that all checks out, and Puck
yeah,
is like melting in terror and fear.
yeah, it's like, just like being sad. Puck's just sad. And, like, Vargas is like, just, he felt like sorrow, and like, he felt like defenseless because, I don't know, just fear alone. He couldn't do anything for his wife or
Yeah,
sons.
he was a prisoner of fear.
Fear.
And he basically asked Guts that's like, I need you
You to
to
avenge me.
yeah, avenge me because I can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because he can't do nothing. And
Yeah,
like, and Guts basically talks about what the Bellhead does.
yeah, because like Vargas doesn't know what it does. Like he spent the last 7 years tirelessly researching it to see like what it could possibly be, and still has come up with nothing. And that's when Guts
Literally just,
explains that it's a key to the demon world.
to another dimension called the Dark Side, and then we find out about these more powerful demons called the God Hand. You know, like
Yeah,
the reason why a lot of people are turning into these apostles, is because of the God Hand.
this now as we're going over it, I remember being like kind of confused. The five members of the God Hand, and I remember four silhouettes, because it's what it is. The image is just like a blacked out sun, and then there's actually 5 silhouettes, but like I only saw like 4 of them. But one of them's just a really tiny little floating thing. So there is all 5 of them there.
Yeah. Exactly, the members of the Godhead, and everybody looks shocked. And then we see...
Wow, Guts knows things.
Yeah, exactly. Guts knows shit. Nobody ever... Well, Guts never really, like, is not the type of guy to tell people shit.
Yeah, very true.
Unless it's convenient for him.
Yeah.
And then we see the guy that... Zondark. We see that guy that in Last Life, you know, the guy with the iron face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, did we know his name? Did he introduce himself as Zondark? Because everyone, like, you just see him like writhing. Yeah, you just see him writhing in bed with all these like physicians around him and everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, Lord Zondark," and like, I don't actually remember hearing his name. I actually like when I first got to this chapter, I thought it was like a flashback for Guts or something, because he kind of looks like him. He has like the same hairstyle and everything.
Like kind of the same build or hairstyle, but
yeah.
But no, it was the guy with the metal face plate in the metal face.
Yeah. He starts swearing about how he's going to kill the Black Swords.
Yeah.
He can't handle being beaten. He has to.
Yeah, he's got it.
Revenge.
Like he was like the strongest guy there at the castle, apparently. Well, besides our good old Jabba.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then we see. Speaking of, we see our good friend Jabba.
Walk in his majestic robes
with his entourage.
Really doesn't look all that fancy. Like looking at him, like yeah, okay, he's got like the I guess a royal cape thing going on, but really he's dressed more like a priest than.
Well, I guess technically, like, because in this world back at the base of the time period, a lot of religious figures were rulers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, so in the time period it's based in, so it makes more sense that he looks more like a religious figure than like a king.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll accept that.
And then Zondark's like, "I'll kill the Black Swordsman!
I'll do it! I'll kill him!
I'm gonna kill him!"
Ripping off his bandages.
Yeah, no, yeah, literally ripping off his bandages, and then we see his little priest bitch guy. Just like, yeah,
it's dangerous here. We should get out of here.
And he's like, down here. He's like, get the room, I'll go kill Mickey. I said that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Pretty much word for word, exactly like that. Yeah.
Nah, but he gets the fucking hint after feet come after just that one like evil stare. He's like, oh shit.
Very very obviously evil stare. I'm out there. Even if this guy wasn't a demon, you'd think. Because no human looks like that.
Yeah, I know. Like there's some shit. There's gonna be some shit going down.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if that's how he always looked, but if that is how he always looked, I don't know how nobody thought he was a demon before.
I know. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, everybody clears out of the room, and you see Lord Zandark smashing his head against a wall, as you do when you want to kill somebody.
Yeah, I guess out of frustration or pain. I don't know if it's one of the or. You know what I mean? Because it's not really explained that well.
Yeah, he's just kind of going crazy and doing it. So
he's like, ah!
Kill the wall, then the Black Swordsman.
And then we see our good Jabba put Zondark in a big fucking chokehold.
Yeah, it's like, so you hate the Black Swordsman, do you? And he's all like, yes, I'll kill him, I'll do anything.
Yeah,
a very intimate moment between him and the Count.
I'm surprised the Count is like, he's not that tall, you know, but he can still, like Zondark is like a couple feet taller than him. And like
Yeah, but he can still reach his arm up there.
Yeah, he can get a good chokehold on the guy. Like, and it's like
I mean, it doesn't help that Zondark's like crazy, but
that's true. Yeah, he's like like you said, like he's willing to do anything to get to that get to Guts.
Yeah, we get a real intimate moment here where the Count holds Xandark's head on both sides and gets real close to his face, opens up wide his mouth, and a giant
slug thing.
Yeah, slug looking thing. I was gonna say maybe it's not that giant, but no, it's pretty huge. But yeah, this giant slug thing crawls out of the Count's mouth and into the Xandark's mouth, and he starts freaking the freak out.
I think the slug thing's like smiling and shit too. It's like
this is one of those things where it's just thing comes out and it's like it's basically the Count's face is.
Because it's his demon.
It is disturbing. Yeah, like the amount of detail on it is crazy, but like this is what I'm talking about. Like this kind of I don't know what kind of nightmare you needed to have to think of something like this, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. This is shit that only people who do album covers for heavy metal, for hardcore heavy metal shit, dream of doing.
I'm just saying, I'm no disrespect to the guy, but I think the artist for this manga might have spent a couple years in an insane asylum. Just saying.
No, from what I've read, Kentarou Miura had a pretty normal life.
If this is normal, then by God.
Yeah, I guess when it means a dark fantasy, he really wants to go dark.
Yeah.
And then they find out where Guts' location is.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere has seen, may or may not have seen a glimpse of him, and so I don't know what this guy is. I'm guessing he's like the
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm guessing he's like the second in command dude. I'm trying to think of the word.
He's the Count. He's basically the Count's bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He's basically the Count's bitch who does his bidding. Even though he is technically second in command, but it's like he's the apostle. He's the Count's bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you there. Because when the Count says something, he doesn't even get a word in edgewise. He just says, okay.
Yeah. But... So Bitch Boy wants to send out, 30 troops to go take down Guts. Because, he just cleared out an entire courtyard full of people. So 30 troops might do the trick.
I know. Yeah, literally. But the Count has a better fucking plan. He sends out the new and approved Zondark.
Yeah. And he looks pretty much exactly the same, except now he has sharp teeth and has a 1,000-yard stare.
Well, he got a little buffer, I think. And he got a little tanner, a little buffer.
Yeah.
This manga, I think this manga would benefit from, I don't know, I looked in Japanese and they don't have, a full digital color version of the manga.
I think that would be great if they did, though.
Yeah, because this manga, I think this manga is one of those manga that would benefit from a full color, a full color version. I think, but it does well for being monochrome as well.
Yeah, I mean it works well, but as somebody that likes to see things in motion, color is also very helpful.
Yeah. And then Puck's just now going around, and then we go back to Vargas's place, and we see Guts just relaxing with his feet on the table. Bad manners. And Puck...
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I don't think he gives a flying fuck, but then Puck's just gonna go fuck with the Bellhead.
Yeah. Walk around it, try and touch it.
Try to imitate it. With his face. And, he literally, opens the eye. He literally just, smacks it, pokes it in the eye, and just,
one of its eyes opens and then closes.
Like, It's like, he's like, yeah, it's like art. Art, I tell you.
Yeah.
And like that, he's like, oh yeah, that thing's alive. Guts is like, oh shit, yeah, that thing's alive.
Alive.
And like, and Puck just gets all like freaked out. He's like, why did you fucking tell me? And it's just like it may be, but Guts even says it may be alive, but in its current state, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
Well, it
and
does.
Puck starts asking like, how does it summon the God Hand? And Guts is all like, well, if I knew that'd be in this mess, now would I?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he's now then Guts is wondering how the hell the Count got a hold of this thing, because
yeah,
I don't think there's that many bell hats. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it's just the one, isn't there? Like it's just the like thing.
Yeah, or it just gets passed. It just gets passed around or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they make the thing that's like Vargas talks about how it's like he cross it by a caravan of merchants stopped by the castle, and the merchants didn't know anything about it, but they said they found it somewhere in a bazaar somewhere to the east, and they just like brought it in, and Guts is sitting there thinking about it. It's like it happened by chance,
Yeah.
and it's like he doesn't believe that for a second. Like it's like it's obviously like planned.
Yeah, it was planted. Yeah, it probably was by the god. It was probably planted by the god. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to stir shit up, you know?
Yeah.
And apparently, like, Vargas talks about a secret passage that's only the Count himself knows.
Yeah, a map of the castle.
Yeah.
Like all the different passageways and everything inside of it. This is where he starts begging Guts to go in and take care of the Count. He's waited 7 years for someone like Guts to appear to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, this is where he's like, avenge me!
Yeah. And away because he wants up and like puts his hand on his shoulder, and Guts has a whole thing about people touching him.
He's like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
It kicks poor Vargas, man. Like, come on. He's like your only, besides Pug, he's like your only ally you got right now.
To be fair, I think of himself as an ally, but Guts thinks he's all alone all the time, so.
Yeah. Like, hell, like, I think Vargas is cool. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't kick him around.
I don't know, I wouldn't mind him being like the operator that just kind of like sits in the back and like calls me up on the phone and tells me information. I don't think I'd want him out in the field though.
Well, he's got peg legs, so I mean, you know,
like he's a hindrance.
And he even says like yeah, if I go this, I'd be a hindrance to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's nothing I can do, so you go do it. But
I got some intel.
Guts' dark side where he starts talking about how it's like Vargas looks like a monster and he's disgusting and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's like make yourself a little more presentable, like really, Guts?
Yeah. And Vargas is just like, well, no, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, and Puck starts like yelling, I'm calling him a jerk and shit. And Guts just like spanks him pretty much.
Yeah, flicks him
in the butt. Like, really? This little fairy gets like spanked a lot. I don't.
Yeah.
And Vargas is going on. It's like I don't care what you say about me, but just kill the fucking Count.
Yeah, and Gus pretty much just says like, I'm not going to avenge you, but I will kill him.
Yeah,
which you know, in the end, is going to avenge him anyway. So
yeah, it's not going to be. It's only going to be for Guts' sake. It's not going to be for Vargas' sake. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but their moment is cut short. And bursts into the room.
Yeah, by Zonark just like bursts out with a big fucking axe.
Yeah, his pickaxe axe thing.
Say, here's Zonark.
He's wearing his fancy helmet, but he is wearing his full suit of armor again.
Yeah, he is. He's not wearing his fancy metal face helmet, which I miss. I miss Metal Face. I miss Metal Face Vargas. Not Vargas. Zondark.
Zondark. But him and Guts have a clash of battle, clash of strength, and Guts realizes immediately, crap, this guy's like 10 times stronger than he used to be, as he's thrown across the room.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, wham! Dude, it's like, it was like, holy shit. And now it's like, now he's just become full monster at this point, Zondark.
Yeah. Guts' curse mark starts bleeding again, and he's like, he immediately realized, like, so you're not even human anymore.
Yeah, now he's a demon, pretty much.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is obvious, considering the fact that all of his teeth are fangs and he has no pupils.
Yeah, exactly. And just... Guts is just still, like, he's doing everything. He's trying to slice him up and shit, and, like...
Cuts his pike arm right off.
Yeah, holy shit. And then, like...
one fell...
Yeah, and it's like... Everybody's like, you got it! Everybody's, like, celebrating that his arm just fucking grows back into, like, slug slime.
Yeah, some kind of weird, like, tendrily, like, tendon, freaking muscly, disgusting... tentacle arm.
Yeah. All he can say is kill.
Yeah. It's like, this is another one of those things it's just like a detail thing where it's like his tentacle arm like starts like growing out of his severed
like piece
arm bit. Yeah, and like you like just like looking at the tentacle, it's like it's got tiny hands growing off of it, it's got eyeballs on it, it's got like all these different stalks of different appendages and whatnot like hanging off of it.
It's all different types, like a muscle and like goop and like it is surely a thing of beauty and nightmares.
A beauty is it is definitely a nightmare.
Well, but art-wise, it's a work of art. It's a work of beauty, but like
yes, definitely.
Art-wise, it's a work of beauty, but it is the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
And then we see Puck just like
inside of a skull.
He's just like hiding the skull, and Vargas is like shit.
Well, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna stand here.
He's like, oh shit, what's this shit going on now?
And Guts takes a very... Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about how I'm a master swordsman or anything, but I have actually been training. I have a sword collection for those that are interested in knowing information.
Yeah.
And I decided earlier, like last year almost, I've been studying swordsmanship. Actually use a sword. And now, like obviously, like I said, I'm not like some kind of grandmaster or something. But you see, a lot of times in anime, you see characters take up these weird stances that are
almost impossible to recreate.
It's not even impossible to recreate. It's just it doesn't do anything. And you see Guts take up one where he holds his in his one hand and he neck on his back, and then he holds his right arm up till it's kind of like a defensive motion, and it looks cool. It looks like he's going to pull off some kind of super crazy move, but in reality, that's an incredibly unbalanced, terrible stance, and anybody that knew anything about swordsmanship would easily be able to deal with that. But,
yeah, and especially with a fucking big blade like he's got, which is basically...
It doesn't help the fact that he's fighting with a two-handed sword, one-handed. Like, obviously he has the strength to do it, but in real life, that's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, like, literally, it is. It is very difficult to do, and I will admit, it's sure cool imposing.
Yeah. It's really cool. Like I said, it looks like he's going to pull off some kind of Inuyasha /wave bullshit, but no, he doesn't.
He just used it as like defense, and I think in real life, this would actually kill you.
Yeah, it's just like it's especially with the sword that he's wielding. Like he's incredibly off balance. Like there's like I don't care about the fact that he can wield it handed. Like that's just a really poor stance. But
And then we see him.
The demon fight takes on.
Yeah, it still goes on. He swings at the gooey tentacle arms.
Yeah,
and just like
tentacle arms like wrapping around the entire room. He grabs his pike again, and he's like slashing his pike all around.
Yeah, it's like it pushed him back a little farther to the wall, and now he's like, and now this thing's like crashing, everything's breaking all of Vargas's shit while they're fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see a lot of the wooden support beams in the roof and everything are destroyed and falling all over the place. You see Puck's about to be crushed, but then Vargas jumps in the way and takes the hit.
But you see that he is like as menacing as he looks. He is a good person at heart.
Yeah. I gotta say, like, I just I mean, it's not like out of character or anything, but like, I do think it's kind of funny that like he goes through great lengths to save this elf, and I don't exactly get it, but like I guess he's just a very caring person.
Well, because I think since Puck showed compassion for Vargas. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Puck's the only one that's really defending him and, like, feeling sorry.
Yeah. I guess it's just the fact that it's, like, in the previous volumes, so far, all we've seen is a lot of people be very... So I guess it's weird to see somebody compassionate.
Yeah, it's true. We only see mostly assholes or, like, or demons, assholes, or just people in it for themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very weird to see a character as nice as Vargas, and all he wants is just, like, total revenge and be at peace. You know what I mean?
All he wants is simple revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? But he's not being, like, it's not consuming his life, like Guts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But this is another part where we see it's like Vargas like jumps out of the way and he's holding on to Puck, and they're looking at this battle as it unfolds, and they make the comment that the Zondark is like swinging his battle axe around like a whip.
Yeah.
It's too fast for the human eye to see, but it Guts
and the
every single move.
And Vargas is thinking like Guts is gonna be chopped to bits and shit, and like
yeah. But Puck points out the fact that it's like blocking every single attack.
Yeah, exactly. Guts is kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
And like it shows this really cool shot of his cape, like
yeah,
like flying in the wind.
In the wind. It's no secret. Like anybody that's watched movies knows that they do bring up the fact that like wearing a cape like in combat and everything is like just bad because it just gets in the way and it's just like not good. But it's like, you know, you got people like Batman and everything where they use their cape in their combat and everything, and it's like they know how to use a cape to their advantage, and Guts is one of those people.
Yeah.
Where whatever like I mean I don't remember too well him like using his cape the way he does in this manga, but it's like he knows how to use it. He knows how to like
later on he
cover him and everything.
Later on, he uses it to like for actually a really smart way of using it too. Later on in the manga,
later on,
and
it's
like he blinds
crazy maneuver and takes off the guy's other arm.
Yeah, which I think that was kind of a bad fucking idea.
Oh yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's Guts is the definition of badass.
Yeah, I know he is badass, but I also think that is kind of a bad idea too, because you see the other arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
You see the other arm, and then you see like it's basically another tentacle arm. Will come out.
Well, he does manage to
Slices.
attack where he cuts off his arm and then he like turns around and he makes another swing to cut off
like a chunk of his head.
Yeah. Just a diagonal slash taken off his like the left side of his head.
Ugh. Yeah, I know. It's like, and they're still going on and fighting.
Yeah. And this is where Puck realizes
he's incredible.
He was tough before, but now it's like I realize he's a master swordsman. And this is what I'm talking about, like with the using the cape to his advantage and everything, where it's like Puck realizes that he's a master swordsman and every shot of Guts just sitting there and like he's holding his sword, but like his cape is turned around, like it's not like on his front. Entire front part of his body, so you can't see his arms or anything. So it's just like it's one of those things that's like if the enemy can't see the way your arms are, they can't predict
your moves, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And it's
very nice.
And I do like this whole like page. I would love to see the original manuscript. The original Genko Yoshiro manuscript of this page.
Yeah.
Just to see all the detail and all the ink work just through the pen nib and everything and all the screen tone textures that he uses in this. Just I want to see it's amazing. And I would like to see this is one if they ever had like an exhibition of like the art exhibition of Berserk in Japan one day, and they showed this page off. I would love to see that.
It would be incredible.
And then we see our good friend Zodar. He's not dead. He's just like more like
yeah, more like a zombie. And then you see the Count's thing.
The Count's little slug
wound
boy
on the side of his head.
He's just like, he's a black swordsman.
You're quite skilled for a mortal, that is.
You're quite skilled for a mortal, a black swordsman.
And Vargas is like, oh man, it's the Count. And the slug thing's all like, oh, Vargas, it's good to see you. I'll finish with you after.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and he's like, oh yeah, Vargas, long time no see.
They also do notice that Vargas did steal the Bellhelt, the Behelt, whatever it is, and that's when that's all like, oh, so you took it. It's like, yeah, I'll take care of you. We'll finish what we started 7 years ago.
Like pretty much, he's gonna want to just eat Vargas.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna straight up devour the guy.
Like, I don't know, even now he'd probably just be like a snack. Like,
yeah.
Just like, that's it. Like, not even a chew, just like a gulp.
Just swallowed whole.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's like basically a goblin, so.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, so, and then we see, like, everybody's like, he points out that it's like, oh, you're just a mortal, you can't beat me.
Yeah, like no human could fight you, but I'm not human now, am I?
Yeah,
he also says like the fact that you're immortal will be your downfall.
And then
onslaught.
I know, and then he realizes that like the whole house of Vargas's whole house is pretty much like falls on him.
Yeah, as the entire caves in.
Even though that would kill the Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that would kill Mega Shredder.
This isn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Kyle.
That would kill Mega Shredder from that movie, but we'll find out later. What happens to good old Zondark?
Vargas has an escape hatch ready, and him and Puck are already in it as they call over for Guts to go in. And
did I hurry? Dad!
Yeah, you see a knocked over candle lighting fire to some wood, and then you notice it gets to a good shot of like the village of everyone like opening their windows, walking out into the street as an entire building erupts in flames.
There's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and then we just see somebody kicking down like a shaft, and like now it's like we see guts
It's
and
kind of like
Puck and
sewer grate kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, they're probably in a sewer. Like, oh yeah, Puck even says like, yeah, it smells bad in here. Like, and pretty much like the Count's now a demon, and like
Well, I mean, everybody knew that from the beginning. If you
yeah,
didn't know that, spoiler warning: the Count's
yeah. If you didn't notice from when he was basically devouring
he vomited
Marcus,
up a slug. Forgot. Like I figured that would be a good giveaway.
yeah, when he basically ate Vargas's entire family right in front of
Yeah,
you.
that too.
Yeah. So and I think like no he's Shrek. You know.
True, very true.
Just had somebody wants no okay.
Do not tarnish the name
Smash Mouth.
of Berserk by bringing that filth in here.
I know. I'm
Smash
kidding.
Mouth is great. Please sponsor us. So anyway.
But anyways, now Guts wants the bell hat from Vargas, and
Yeah. Basically just snatches it right out of his hand and just
He's
says
like-
well, I'm out of here later.
he's like gimme. It's like, and Vargas is like no,
Yeah.
and it's like yoink, and Guts is like yoink.
Yeah. And Vargas is basically like, well, I'm useless, so I can't help you. And he's like, yep, you are. Takes the bell hat and just walks away.
It's like, and Puck's like, hey, God, give this shit back.
Yeah. There's a touching moment between Vargas and
Puck. Yeah, I mean, which is
Puck's basically just like,
like just like take care of yourself, man. Like,
yeah. Like, yeah, sure, bad shit's happened, but just get over it, man.
yeah,
he doesn't. But like, he does have a very touching moment where he's just like, "Hey, just keep on living," and
Yeah,
Vargas is like, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Yeah, I'll do that. But then usually in stuff like this, in manga and anime like this, when you say that to someone,
that's a very good segue into something bad happening.
Yeah, and people need to keep living and shit. Like, and like it's like, well, even Puck does bring a good point. Like, just vengeance is not as good as just keep living for the future instead of the past. You know?
Yeah. What does Puck know? Puck's not human.
Yeah. Well, probably Puck's the most human out of everybody in this.
I mean, I guess being able to feel human emotion, he would be.
Yeah, I mean, well, he feels human emotion on a more physical level, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like, being able to physically feel emotionally, like, he'd probably know more about being human than anyone.
I think him and Vargas are like the two most human characters.
Yeah.
Like,
but like that didn't foreshadow. There's a nice shot flying away and Vargas being like, "It's Elf," and then Vargas just starts like walking away, and you see a little slug-like tentacle come out of the water and grab Vargas.
Yeah, and it's like, and yeah, it just pops up. It's like, ah, no.
Whisked away into the night,
into the darkness, and like they're having a banter. Like you just like how rude! You should just take the bell head all yourself and blah blah blah. Yeah. And
he's basically just like, I would have taken it by force if I had to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like he was gonna take it anyway, but he was being nice about it.
Yeah.
And that's Guts being nice. You know what I mean? Him just basically saying, "Gimme."
Puck basically, tells him that's out. You took, like, he also, like, gave you a way to enter into the castle and everything like that. And Guts is just like, I could have done all of that myself. The it's just a bonus.
Yeah, he's like pretty much. He's like, I can't be bothered with people and friends and shit.
Yeah.
And like he said, he'd end up dragging him down and like.
Yeah.
And he calls Puck a bug. Like,
Puck brings up guys like allies and everything, and Guts finds this. It's just like, I would never have anything like that as a friend.
Yeah, exactly. And then we find out that there's another execution going on. That there's going to be another execution.
Gee, I wonder who that's going to be.
Yeah, I will admit, like, as much as Berserk could be suspenseful, that this part...
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be obvious who it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but at the same time, that it's like, yeah.
It's a little more obvious, and even Guts is kind of like, seems getting emotional about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, it seems like he talks big, but he's hiding something, you know?
Yeah. You know, he's trying to force people away from him because he doesn't want to care about them.
Yeah. And Puck's is like, Guts! Ah!
And he's get a nice, I guess, a shot of, like, later. It doesn't really say, like, how long when.
Yeah, it doesn't say how much time passed. And
yeah, but Guts is just kind of, like, sitting down.
Just, like,
making out in front of him. And he's
just making improvements on his mechanical arm and shit.
Yeah, and trying to talk to him, but Guts is just too busy, like, working on everything. And Puck finally gives up and flies away.
Yeah, exactly. But gives up, flies away. And then we see Guts kind of, like, holding onto his nub.
Yeah.
Like,
after Puck flies away, he drops his robotic arm and starts, like, thinking back to what what Vargas
was talking about towards him, and, like...
Yeah.
And how, like... And just thinking, like, how... Just kind of feeling how Vargas feels, in a sense, you know?
Yeah, they are actually very similar.
Yeah, they're one and the same, in a sense. In many ways.
I don't really want to get into spoilers, but it's like... It is one of those things where it's like, if the original would know... So he's thinking about Vargas talking about how he, cut off my limbs and ate them, and then he cut off the limbs and ate my...
He ate my wife and sons.
And Guts is holding on to his arm, and Guts loses his arm.
Yeah.
And bites onto it, and he tries to, like... I think his sword is broken at the time, so he just has, like, a broken nub, and, like, one of... attacked, so he takes his broken nub of a sword and starts cutting off his own arm to try and, like, go rescue her, and
I think it was with Casca.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, spoilers, by the way. Yeah, we'll get to them later.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we cross that bridge, but it's like, what I'm getting out is Guts knows fully well
what it's
his
like
own limbs eaten.
Yeah, basically, what it's like to be in Vargas's position.
Yeah.
And you see Guts just, like, punch a hole in the wall, like, literally. I know the wall was already turned up, but shit, man, he could punch a hole through stone with his bare fist.
It's a pretty big hole, too. But, hey, man, he can hold a two-handed sword one-handed, so he's got to be strong.
Yeah, you're right. He is pretty strong, I would say. And then...
That's right. Sorry, I keep calling it a sword. It's actually just a giant hunk of metal.
Yeah, this big hunk of iron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But technically, I guess if, like, most people would just think that way, nobody would ever really think it's a sword, in a sense.
I don't know, man. It's got sharpened edges and a handle. I'm pretty sure it qualifies a sword.
Yeah,
maybe
right.
It's just swords. What do I know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. For the guy who studies and uses swords, I don't know. It might not be a sword.
But we move on to seeing another Vargas getting ready to be executed, and he's been stripped down to his
cloth.
Yeah, his underskirt. I don't know what exactly that's supposed to be, but they were kind enough to leave his bandages on, so no one gets to see his horrible face.
Which poor guy,
most
man.
of his horrible face.
Yeah, poor Vargas, man.
Yeah.
Like, I am sorry. Vargas is just... Like, I really feel bad for him.
He's a very I was gonna say tragic hero, but I guess it's more tragic victim.
Yeah,
But
he's more of a
yeah,
victim than. Well, you'll see. Well, later on, he gives his redemption. You'll see later
okay,
on. But
yeah.
but like if Jabba here is like, oh, it's been 7 years now, what you go at me? Whoa, whoa,
Mm,
whoa.
literally, exactly like that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a way
Who knew all this time? Jabba the Hutt knew Japanese. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's just like I just feel like that's just how he sounds. Yeah, that just like because I don't know because no adaptation has ever adapted this part. You know, what I mean?
yeah,
This
very
part
true.
fully, and it's like there's no way I don't know if there's any drama CDs out there for Berserk or anything like that covering this part, but it's like this is the best. This would be like great to see in motion. Like here, I want to know what this guy would actually sound like, so I don't have to just make Jabba the Hutt impressions.
Well, we're talking about anime here, so he'd probably be voiced by like a 12-year-old, no, a 30-year-old woman portraying year old man, kid. So
Oh,
boy. So
well, you mean Masako Nozawa, who's like almost in her 80s, who portrays Goku. You know what I mean?
yeah, or like the other person that does Ash's voice. Yes, exactly
Oh,
that.
well, no, Rika Matsumoto, she's actually pretty young. She's not young, but like she's way younger than she's basically like our parents' ages. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like she's roughly around that point. Oh, maybe a little younger than our parents.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I will say, like, I'm moving back to Berserk. I
yeah,
don't know
sorry,
if
we're
this
on
is
this tangent about
it happens. Tangents just come up, man. But
yeah.
it's like a comic relief thing. I'm guessing it's supposed to be. But while Vargas is being set up for execution, see
Fusion.
Puck sitting on this lamppost, and he's all like, "Oh man, that old guy. Like, what am I going to do?" And like
Yeah,
on this lamppost, there's this like metal cutout of
of a
a fairy
fairy.
blowing a trumpet, and
And
it's like
he's
while Puck's
basically and
yeah,
basically
while Puck's
Puck's
trying to
like
figure out what to do, he takes up this
the same
that the
stance.
fairy yeah, he
I
is like that the metal like sculpture thing is. I'm just like looking at it. That's like, well, why though?
yeah.
Like,
I think it's just a little bit of comedy to offset.
yeah, I'm guessing it's got to be just like comedic effect, but
Yeah.
goddamn,
And then he knows his guts. And
yeah,
he's all
just chilling there.
he's trailing from behind the scenes, and the kid's all like happy, like guts, and he's like,
Like I don't know how loud Puck is for being how
for how tiny he
is,
is.
but yeah, like he flies towards Guts and he shouts exclamation point. So like he shouts like Guts' name and everything, and you see this shot of like Guts is hiding in the shadows, like I'm gonna say like away from this other guy, and apparently this other guy doesn't hear Puck at all.
Yeah, like you would think people would hear him,
Yeah, it's like like Guts is. When I first saw this, I immediately
or at least
okay,
hear
Guts
some
is
kind of
hiding in the
squeaky,
shadows.
or at
Yeah,
least hear some kind of squeaky noises, like
yeah, like
yeah.
when I saw this, I okay, Guts is hiding in the shadows, trying not to draw attention to himself, and then Puck comes by and shouts Guts' name. I'm just like, oh great, Puck just told everybody where Guts is, but nobody realizes the fact that Guts is there.
And Guts just like he even just says to him just to be a dick, like yeah, I just came to watch him die.
Yeah. He's not here to save him, he's here to watch him die. What is he going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, he does make the argument that's like, hey, look over there at that castle. There's a bunch of guys over there, so if I go in to save him, it's going to be a trap, and I'm not going to walk into a trap.
That's true. It's better to have just better him sacrifice himself for a better cause than
Yeah.
like in a sense he's saying like look, it's better for him to sacrifice himself and then me go in there than just cause it a whole big ruckus.
Yeah.
And he basically just tells Puck to just like shut up.
I mean, granted, he does that quite a lot.
Yeah. And Puck just feels bad, like, about Vargas. Dude, he's like, no average person could beat a monster like him, but like, for that kind of power comes with a price. Yeah, I mean, God says, to beat monsters like him, there's a price to be paid, and he knows that Vargas knows the same thing, that this is just self-destruction.
Yeah.
Like, for his revenge, he knows that Vargas knows that this is just self-destruction for revenge, And
exactly.
And then Puck starts, like, feeling the pain of Guts' darkness and emotions.
Yeah. It's this burning emotion devouring him, basically.
Yeah, it's like black magma. And he realizes, this anger, this
is what fuels Guts. This is what makes him do what he does.
It's basically what keeping Guts alive.
Yeah.
In these fights.
But Puck does bring up a good point where he says, like, Guts, you're afraid or he asks if he's afraid, and Guts doesn't. And he's like, yeah, like, you're obviously fighting a war that you can't fight exactly like Vargas is, so you feel more attached to him.
Yeah, he does seem to have some attachment to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are more like him than you choose to admit, and Guts is please. And then Puck's all like, well, then why are you even here if you don't care?
Yeah, exactly. He just, he's like, what you talk about, Willis?
Where does an elf like you like a human?
Yeah.
But again, Guts notices the fact that Puck's crying, and then Puck bites his hand and flies away. And Guts still doesn't understand that. It's like, what the fuck's his...
It's like, what the fuck's his deal?
Yeah. It's like it thing where it's like he had the image of Puck crying is burned into Guts's mind, and he really...
Yeah. I will admit, with that, and it is a nice shot of seeing Puck in tears,
Yeah.
Just that panel, when you see, I remember when we first started reading this, you're like, I don't see much detail in Puck at first, and then when you look closely up to him that,
I didn't see detail in the rest of his body. All of his detail is in his hair and in his wings and in his face, and that's it. The rest of his body is very plain, but
I guess, because it's easier to draw too. I think. I mean,
yeah. I guess really the detail in his face is really all the detail he needs.
Yeah, and he's got that kind of emotions, and you see the tears and the little beads of sweat down his face. It's a very nice shot, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, he bites his Guts' finger, and he basically does a Looney Tunes thing. It's like, I'm gonna bop you one.
Yeah. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah. And then, what is this little fairy in his butt? You know? Always something's happening. He's either smacking his own butt or people are smacking it for him.
Yo, the only genitalia he had.
Yeah,
let him have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he just calls it. He just calls it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it is.
Yeah, he just calls him a selfish chicken bastard, and it's just
yeah.
And Guts calls him a brat.
Yeah, and he just flies away.
And that's the best comeback he's got. He's either a damn bug or a brat.
Yeah.
You'd think somebody as edgy as Guts would probably come up with something a lot better.
No, I think it's...
You would think someone who acts as edgy as Guts, I mean, you would think he would come up with something.
Yeah.
A little more better than just calling him a brat or a bug. And now Guts ponders that, like, wait, should I feel compassion? Like he actually questions himself. Like,
Yeah, it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Compassion?
Yeah, he's like, fuck, am I really gonna feel this shit today?
This is, this is one of those things where it's like, again, like, I mean, I don't know if it's in like in all like manga or anime. I guess I guess like not just manga or anime, but just like
In media
storytelling,
in
storytelling in general.
Yeah.
There's this moment where Puck flies up, and he feels all these sadness, guilt, emotions from all the crowd all around him, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like all these emotions are like tear me up, but he's like he has to save. And you see the old man like brought down in front of the axe, and the executioner is about to like decapitate him and everything.
Our
Puck
good old friend Vargas, like
yeah, and Puck's like, I have to do something, and then so like Puck finally just I'm gonna stop him, and so he flies full at the executioner and plants directly into the axe and falls over and literally does nothing. And things where it's like I get like I was saying about how it's like in storytelling, there's always got to be like these moments or these scenes or these actions that characters decide to take that like they look cool. They have the potential to do something, but in the end accomplish nothing.
It doesn't help, but at least it's more of the moniker. At least you did something. What'd you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least he tried. What the fuck? And like, at least he tried. Like, what the fuck you're gonna do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of deal.
One of those. Like, you see it where, like, the guy's holding the axe, and Puck just slams face first into the axe. The guy doesn't even move. Like, Puck literally does nothing.
Yeah, like...
Falls down. The only thing he does is the executioner stops for a second to look at Puck, and that's it.
You're like, what? He's just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. And, like... And then our good friend Java says, he's like, give it to me.
Well, he just says, like, what... doing? Just do it. Just get on with it.
Just get on with it, Raul. And Vargas just saying his last words, like...
Yeah. You're going to be choking on your own blood. And
it's like...
That's supposed to mean...
Yeah, it's like, you're going to be dragged to hell with all the victims with you, and it's just like... Everybody's going to take him to die, you know? He's like, no, I should finish him over.
To the crowd, shouting for the black swordsman, and he says, like, I beg you, hold up this devil's severed head before everybody once and for all. And then Vargas gets just decapitated.
Yeah. Ah, man. Just...
Goodbye, Vargas.
Goodbye. In
the arms of the executioner. The executioner holds his head up for everybody to see.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
All right, Kyle. I don't know what this kanji. Well, when the executioner is holding his head up, what is that? What is that sound that is supposed to be happening?
It's just more like.
Okay, so it's just ambient noise.
Yeah, it's more ambiance noise, or I think the crowd. Also,
is it the kanji for silence?
No, actually, the kanji for silence is like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more the kanji for silence. Actually, speaking of a lot of the sound effects, sometimes in some other, like for example, Shingeki no Kyojin or Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Actually, the sound effects are actually little gags that the creator puts in.
Really?
Yeah, he sneaks in like little jokes or gags.
Like a boing or a ding?
Yeah, no, like literally sometimes it's just full on like words but written as sound effects.
Huh. Interesting.
Like jokes and gags.
Yeah.
Or puns. sometimes. So it's like you won't notice it because it's just sound effect. It might sound like just a sound effect, but actually sometimes they could be like just puns or jokes sometimes. But not I've never heard of this specific. The only time I've heard of this was actually in Shingeki no Kyojin, and that's been recently brought up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess manga artists gotta have their fun somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Which now we see Guts kind of walking away from it, and now we see him.
His curse mark hurts.
Yeah, that he hurts, and it's just like he's in pain. He feels that. I guess he does feel like Vargas's pain, and then we see.
I don't know if it's that or if it's the pain from the curse mark itself, but
it could
he sees the demon fetus from the previous volume when he was like walking through that weird tunnel and stepped on an iron spike and everything. He sees that weird demon fetus.
And he's like, ooh.
Looks at it.
And then he
looks at it and it has the demon fetus face, and then
now it has Vargas' head on it.
Yeah. And it just kind of crawls away around.
He's like I just like the face that he making before he turns into Vargas' head. He's like,
oh, whoa,
wow,
wow.
And then he just like scurries away as Vargas.
I'll give 10 points to anybody that can quote what I just said.
Oh, wait, I think
the reference that I just said.
Oh, the wow. Okay, I have two. I'm gonna hold on because I think I know. There's two ways I can reference that. It could be the British.
Give me reference shots.
It could be the British guy meme going, wow.
Nope.
Or crank anchors.
Nope.
Damn it.
Both of those wrong.
Damn.
All right, Kyle does not get 10 points. Anybody else that quotes it gets 10 points.
Shit. Because there's a character that Kevin Nealon was on Crank Anchors' voice and actually did that. And the whole joke of the prank call was going, wow, that's great. That's the whole joke of it. But anyways.
Just saying wow in a weird voice is a reference to many things. So
yeah. So
people come up with.
Yeah, so it's like. So it could be several things.
Well, all that, like, what, one viewer that watches us, we'll see if they know what we're talking about.
Exactly. Wow.
All right, so
moving back. Yeah, moving right along. And now we see Guts kind of like shocked and like as the Vargas thing
just kind of disappears around the corner.
You know, like Guts can chase after this thing. You know, like
yeah.
But he just decides to like stand there, and it's like, and we hear Vargas's last words: "Hold his severed head before us."
Yeah.
And then we see. Like, everybody wiping off, cleaning the deck after the execution, and then we see...
Yeah, moving, cleaning everything up, moving bodies away, moving everything away. And even the Count's all like, oh, so the Black Swordsman wasn't even here. Well done for that guy. Or maybe. Ellipses.
And then we see the castle. And we see like a girl.
Woman.
A woman or a girl.
Woman with black hair staring out the window and then closing it.
Yeah,
and that's it. I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, it's not actually that obvious, so I won't try to play that up. But
yeah,
still.
No, it's not as obvious as Vargas actually dying, but it's.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not what I thought it was. So.
Yeah. And when the very first time I read this, like not for the podcast, but like my own read through of Berserk. Because like I own like the first 6 volumes and volume 38 in Japanese.
Giant nerd, we know this.
Yes.
You're a giant otaku. We're aware.
I know, but like but I was surprised of that of who she was too. And and then we see the like the grave diggers or the people who just dump bodies.
Yeah.
And like
Now this I'm going to say is a little I don't know if unjustified is the correct word to use. You see these gravedigger guys, they throw Vargas's body down with the rest of the other bodies that have been,
that's
and then the one guy
holds
his head
Vargas.
and looks at it, and then he sees Vargas's face and is just like, oh my god, he's disgusting. Let's just finish up here. And then they turn around,
and then we see guts.
Yeah. Shot is, I don't know if they're dead or knocked out. I'm going to assume they're dead, but you see them knocked at, like on the ground, and Guts. I'm just sitting there thinking, it's like, particular, they're not bad. Literally, their job is to dispose of dead bodies. So it's like, did they really deserve to die?
Yeah, I know. I feel like I think that just Guts just taking it out. I think since they're
Guts
holding,
just going on his murderous rampage like Guts does.
Yeah, or like I think it's more just like in defense of Vargas, even though like, I mean, he's dead, but like I feel this is just his little bit of compassion that he actually has. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there is a good shot of Guts looks at Vargas's face and just says, "The look in your eyes is the look of vengeance." It's like, I won't fail like you, which I guess is a compliment in Guts' way.
Yeah, in Guts' way, and then you see all the souls of the corpses.
All these, just like, give it back, it hurts, pain, back.
I want my head. My eyes!
I can't see my eyes.
If somebody wrote my leg on there, that would be hilarious.
That would be great.
My leg!
Like, we're gonna have to go in and, well, I'll leave that to you. Too lazy to do it, but we're gonna do some research and see, did this chapter come out when SpongeBob was still airing?
No.
But
I can already tell you that now. This is early 90s. This is like within because the manga came out in 89.
Okay.
And in 88 or 89, I forget exactly when. Exactly. It's right around that time. And so these chapters would have probably been in Animal House or Young Animal. In Animal House / Young Animal would probably roughly around 89 to 1990. Roughly, these chapters would have been around.
Okay.
So like
maybe early SpongeBob. I don't know what SpongeBob's references. Well, what SpongeBob's timeline is. I know it's like
SpongeBob came out in
Nickelodeon.
1999, 1998 as the earliest.
Wow, it's actually
so
a lot earlier, a lot later than I thought. I figured it would be like the 80s, but okay.
No, like SpongeBob came out way later. And then this came out like I said, this came out in 88, 89.
Yeah.
Roughly around there, and then like this set of chapters probably came out within around that, anywhere between 88 and 90. You know what I mean?
Okay.
In 1990, and then the magazine that it was in changed its name in 1992 from Animal House to Young Animal.
Okay.
Which is now how the magazine's currently done named today.
I was gonna say, what is Young Animal?
Young Animal is it's a monthly publication.
Not Shonen Jump.
No, it's a seinen magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Hakensha's seinen magazine.
I'm sorry, I'm an ignorant American. Seinen is basically shonen, but the more adult shonen, right?
Yes, it is. It's the adult male equivalent.
Okay.
In genre. It is the adult male equivalent to it. Yes.
Okay.
But a lot of the genre lines, like they kind of now don't reach a whole lot of boundaries anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like okay, I'm gonna like 07 Ghost, the one you want to read one day. That even though that one's technically the demographic is for adult women.
I don't believe it.
It's in
Totally.
zero.
After watching, I'm like 10 episodes into the anime. I can see it.
You can see that it was made with adult women in mind.
Yeah.
But
there's a couple things that happen that are see this being a woman anime, but
yeah, but you know what I mean. But it does have like the elements of shonen and seinen manga as well, so it's not like you can't tell. But this manga here, it's pure seinen magic. Right here, it's pure seinen manga. Right here, there's not really much shonen elements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, now we see the dead. They also want revenge. They want the Black Sword to avenge them as well from the Count.
Yeah.
And Guts is like, no, stop it!
I am my own man. I don't
play by your rules. Mm-mm.
There's also this really interesting shot of one of the ghosts, like, I guess kind of, like, merges with him, and, like, he grows his sharp fangs, his hands grow sharp talon claws kinds of things. It's like, we want revenge! But then Guts, like, stands his ground and shoves all the spirits out of him and goes back to being normal.
Yeah. But he knows he could probably do it, too.
Yeah.
But he's denying that he has anything in common with these people, you know?
Yeah.
He's denying it, you know what I mean? Even though
he's still gotta be his
Hey, Coleman, like, get away, you fucking carcasses! He's just like, he says, yeah, that's right, I am flesh and blood, I'm gonna kill the Count with my own blood and flesh, you know?
You can't do anything, because you're not flesh and blood, but I am, so I'll do it.
I guess that's his way of, like, saying, like, that he's gonna revenge them.
Yeah.
In a sense.
His own way of saying it.
Yeah. Now, okay, this chapter ends. And now we're gonna go on to the next chapter, which this next chapter will end the volume.
Chapter 5, I want to say.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, it's chapter 5 technically. Chapter 5 of the entire series, yes. And
with a great shot of the castle.
Yeah, which I always love the architecture.
Already inside the castle, walking up the spiral staircase of doom, as we know how castles all have.
Doom.
Okay, so there's a lot of detail put into the castle, but I just want to point out in this opening page, there's this one house that, if you see it, it's right there. It's the one right in the front. The entire front of the house looks like a cardboard cutout that's just pasted there.
I noticed that. I think there's just a Kentarou Miura or maybe one of his assistants just didn't have time to finish that part, you know.
We need the house. All right, that's a house. Fine, just throw it in.
Yeah, I just think they just didn't have any time. Didn't have time to finish, you know what I mean? And now we see Guts, like you said, walking up the staircase, and we see our good old buddy Jabba holding Puck in what it looks like a present.
Yeah.
And look at him, he's all
kind of cage-like present.
Yeah. He's like, look at him, he's all smiles and shit, like.
Yep, he's ready to do what he's about to do, and Puck's having.
He's still upset about Vargas.
Yeah. And Puck's trying to figure out to him, and he has an image of being baked into a cake.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's into like some kind of weird like cake deviled egg thing.
Yeah. Just a cake with him lying. That's all it is.
Yeah. And like, are they gonna eat me? I just like his face too when he thinks it too. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we open the doors to where the Count goes in, and we see the girl. We see this girl in bed.
Random girl woman is there.
Says, Father.
Gasp! Father. All right, this is where I'm going to reveal it. Did not expect that.
Yeah.
It makes sense that she is the Count's sister, Count's daughter and everything. Mm-hmm. But it's like when she first like looked out the window, execution and everything. At first, I thought it was like maybe it was like Vargas's wife, and then maybe his wife, and so then she was the daughter of Vargas's wife, and technically the Count's daughter as well. But it was like. It was, but nope. She is just the Count's daughter. On all accounts.
You made it more complex than what it actually.
Yeah. I mean, you can never be too sure with anime. Like it can be anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you did make it a little more over complex than what it actually is. But yeah, this is This is our Count Java's daughter, who wasn't expected coming out of Java. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's actually quite fetching. Well put together.
Yeah, quite fetching, quite beautiful. And we find out her name is Theresa. Or Teresa.
Is it Theresa? I was going to say Teresa.
Teresa. I think it's Teresa.
Teresia.
Teresia. No, it's Theresia.
Theresia? Alright,
I'm going to say Theresia.
If you know how to pronounce her name, contact your local congressman.
Here, or send us a letter send us your family at 55555. No, I'm kidding.
5fanmail.com. So.
Okay. And we hear Java go, "Oh, you still awake, Teresa." And Puck's all in shock, like, what? Like, Father, and he's making a bell hat face.
Yep.
It's like, this thing has a father?
This thing had a wife? Yeah. This thing
has a daughter? He's just like, she's like, Father, why are you coming here? Why so late?
He's an elf. Enjoy. Like, I wish my father gave me elves.
Like, oh, it's an elf. It's real. And Puck's like, yeah. He's like, well, do you like it? And she's like, yeah. And it's like,
yeah, I guess it's kind of cool, Dad.
It's like, thank you, Father. Like, I just feel like she's gonna say, like, thank you, Father.
Yeah.
It's like, are you lonely there, Theresa? And she's like, and he's just like saying, like, he just keeps going on about the heretics.
Yeah. The heretics are out there, and they're, sacrificing your people, and we can't have that. So
I am taking care of all your heretics. And it's like, Theresa. And it's like, you are the only. And she gets all scared to go near the father, her father.
Yeah.
Like,
and he gets all mad because he's all like, "Oh, you won't let me touch you."
Oh, daughter won't let me touch her. Oh, Starrick. Go to a girl.
I eat daughter. That is not what happens.
I know. But I think this is like the only side of him that actually still stays human in a sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
you kind of get the sense that like things where it's like so this guy in particular, he did what he did for a good reason, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. he's the way he is, with good intentions. But you know what I mean. He did it for good intentions, but it shows that good intentions are always a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what it basically is like. And she's like, well, so be it. Good night, daughter. And she's like, nothing for it. And then he's like, and then we see our bitch boy Dahil. It's like, Your Excellency, and you just tell him to shut up and go away. Just
My daughter won't let me touch her.
Oh, my daughter won't let me touch her. Time to eat now. Oh. And but yeah, we see that he is sad about it. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
it's not. It still bothers him that the daughter won't go near him, and then he sends his guts
walking up the tower.
Yeah,
as guts do.
He does what Guts does. He does what Guts does best.
Fuck everything up.
Yeah, fuck shit up. And then we see our good old buddy
walking up those stairs.
Yeah,
and then the slug thing returns.
Yeah. Zone Dark, who is now mostly sluggable monster.
He is 100% slug. And he is I'm not design like when he's like hide and everything, he's got the two like whip tentacle arms, and they're like claws, and they got like tiny claws sticking off of them. He looks incredible.
Yeah, I know he does. He is the thing that like album covers wish they were. Heavy metal album covers wish they were. And it's like, and it just Guts makes a quip to calling him like, "Oh, you're much prettier than the last time I saw you." Like, he makes his quips. He makes stuff fun. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Sorry, I muted myself by accident.
Shit. Yeah.
But yeah, you see like his slug body is like starting to like burst out of his like armor, and like you see like his arms are like super like muscular and everything. His chest is kind of like overflowing out of it. You see spikes sticking out of his armor and everything like that. Like he looks incredible.
Just he can't contain himself anymore in that suit of armor. And we
literally, he is just the slug taking over this man's body.
Yeah. And like now we see like this awesome shot of Guts like getting ready to do like getting ready, get his crossbow ready.
Yeah, gets his crossbow arm ready to go. I will say this is the first time. Okay, I can't say that because he shoots him in the mouth later. But this is pretty much the first time where you see Guts unload his crossbow arm into a person and doesn't once hit them in the face.
Yeah, not in the eye.
Yeah,
it doesn't shoot him in the eye. I Well, then I don't think Kentarou Miura is like Tite Kubo, where Tite Kubo likes to slash arms off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last volume, that was just a regular thing.
Yeah, in the eye, in the face, in the mouth.
Yeah,
like it all happened.
And some guy in the nose.
Yeah, this time he shoots the guy in the neck and
straight
down like through his throat now,
and
to his mouth.
And it just doesn't work.
Yeah, those are the only two arrows that hit him in the face. Everything else is like throughout his body.
It's just like body shots, just to see. He's just shooting to see what works.
And he lashes out with his tentacle arms and starts slashing down the wooden stair. but Guts dodges it and makes his way up closer to him.
Yeah, it's just like it's so cool looking, like how the fight's going, and just seeing like
he pulls off his sword and cuts him clean in half.
Yeah, and it's so cool. And you just see all the splatter of everything on Guts' face.
Yeah, and then Torso starts falling down through the down into the spiral staircase-ness. And then Guts is all like, "Well, all right," and starts walking away. But then the tentacle shoots up.
Yeah, shoots back. Face. Yeah, shoots back up and like smacks Guts. He smacked him a little bit, but like, you know what? That's not gonna deter Guts.
Yeah, and like all good villains, the Slugman, it knocks Guts down to the ground. He's kind of onto the staircase. He's kind of bleeding.
Yeah.
There.
And now this
he starts talking about his weakness, where he's all like, "Ha ha ha! You can chop me up all you want, pretty myself, as long as you don't."
I'll let you cut my head off over and over and over again, like.
And just at that moment, you shoot directly into his face and just clean from the nose up.
Yeah, like what a dumbass.
Yeah, and Guts even said, "Telling me."
Like, yeah, literally, Guts even said, like, basically, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, but it even doesn't even work at that point, because like he's from the nose up, he still starts regenerating, and he curls around his sword and around Guts.
And Guts does like with anybody who sees like a bug on their sword or whatever, just like smashes it to the wall.
I don't know who wouldn't do this in that situation, but yeah, my first reaction would be all like, "Shit, slam it into the wall."
Yeah,
so, actually, he managed to do that and finally kills the slug beast once and for all.
Zondark is dead, and Zondark's slug form is now dead.
Yes, but Guts has still lost more blood than he would have liked.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. Yeah, he got. But you know what? That's the least amount of damage he's gotten though. Before.
Say,
you know.
Even when they lose too much blood, they still have more to lose. So
yeah. So it's like this is the least amount of damage, and even Guts is like shit. I can't give up. Not now.
There's too much at stake.
Yeah, and he's just all pissed now. He's like he's ready to come at the count. And then now we cut back to the castle, and we see Puck just in the cage with the door open, and he's like, and he just thinks the daughter's gonna eat him.
Yeah, she is, so she must also be a demon. But even the daughter is aware of the fact that over the years.
Yeah, that her father is not the greatest person on the planet. You know.
She does make a comment that I'm sure like most people would, in the fact that it's like what is it, like he does whatever he does for the kingdom, but like over the last like 7 years he's become less human.
Yeah. Just everything changed just like 7 years ago for this guy.
Yeah. She makes a comment. She let Puck out, and she makes a comment about how it's like she knows full well what it's like to be locked up in a cage, because she hasn't been allowed to leave her room in 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. In 7 years. That sucks. You know,
believe me, I'm an isolationist that doesn't hang out with anybody anymore, and inside my own room for 7 years, I can't even stand a week. I go insane. So
I that's almost happened to me, actually.
Yeah, it gets real.
Yeah, no, that's actually happened to me. Like, not to go into personal shit, but like, yeah, like that's actually almost happened, and I full well know that, like, you will literally go
insane. It's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I've also been there.
it is a scary feeling. You don't like it. Like, it's like, yeah, it's not good. And then and then and then we see that apparently that her mother was sacrificed.
7 years ago, her mother was kidnapped by pagans, and they threatened the count that if he continues to kill heretics, they will kill his wife, and he. To stop killing heretics, he still continued to hunt them down. Was sacrificed alive.
Yeah.
Oh God.
For their god, and even the daughters, and even like for their evil god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so that is why the Count has his whole thing against like the heretics and whatnot.
Well, he's had something against them before, but like.
Well, yeah, but it's like now it's in full motion where it's just like, yep, heretics gotta die. That's the end of it.
Yeah, and like, yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, like, even the daughter was like, my father was a great one. He may have been harsh, but that was so he could defend the kingdom from the neighboring enemies.
But after her mother died, the Count changed. Yeah. It's like he's possessed.
And we see the Count, we see a picture of them together as like a happy family, and it's just like, yeah, he doesn't look so Java-like anymore, you know. He doesn't look so Java-like.
Okay, he doesn't have the I guess that the current Count does have, but he still looks very
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, he does. And then we see Puck look at it and just like. And like we said, like, she says her father's changed, and he's like.
She said, I still like it, like her exact quote. She says, "Sometimes almost as if he's not human anymore," and it's like, what was your first clue?
Yeah, exactly.
He's been eating people for the past 7 years. Like, come on.
Well, I don't think she knows that. Yeah, I just
probably.
She probably can sense it, but
come on.
Or she could hear the faint. She could probably hear the faint screams up.
She probably has direct connect. Like.
Yeah, exactly. She probably does. There was not a whole lot of soundproofing back then.
Yeah, like, stone walls can only do so much.
Yeah, and you can still hear the feints of from the,
Good God, he's a monster! Good God, he's demon!
My legs!
My legs!
And then you hear Vargas. And then you hear Vargas in the background. My wife and children!
I'm reminded of the, what is it? The, oh God. The, Austin Powers. When Dr. Evil is brought back to life, and the one guy is sent to hell, or is sent to the dungeon to be dealt with, and he's just sitting there, and he's just like, please, I'm still alive, I'm in much pain, so...
yeah. Wasn't it like Will Ferrell's character in one of them?
Yes, it was. And the guy comes in and shoots him, and he's like, I'm still very much alive.
Shit, I remember that too. And anyways, and then we see some guards just doing some banter. You know what I mean?
Being guards, ever vigilant, talking about how they don't cards and just want to go home.
Yeah, pretty much. They're only one day away from retirement.
Yeah, and then they see Guts.
Yeah, exactly. They see Guts, just like with a bandage over his eye, just looking all like mysterious.
Yeah, let all the kids at home just keep in mind, if you ever cut anywhere on your, no matter how deep it is, no matter where it is, just put a bandage on it and
you'll be fine. You won't need stitches.
No. You only need stitches to prevent scarring, but chicks dig scars, so don't get stitches ever.
Super glue.
Just super glue, just paper towel, you'll be fine.
Like my dad would get he used to do construction before he passed. He's actually lost an appendage, like his finger, and he sewed it back together himself with just like thick wire, and it healed.
I've never had to do it, but I specifically studied like field medicine, because it's like everybody's all like, "Oh my God, you're quick! We got to get the disinfectant and the all this different medical bullshit." And like I'm sitting there, me a paperclip, a shoelace, and some vodka. I'll fix it, no problem.
Literally, he did. Like literally, he just did it. He picked it up. He picked up like the tip of his finger, took like this like thick wire, this thick like thread.
Just sewed it right back on?
Yeah, pretty much. It went back to work.
That's how men do it.
Yeah, that's.
Birds will never chance, because Guts throws daggers directly into their forehead or eye. I'm not entirely sure. It's like a side panel kind of view.
It looks like it went straight through the one guy's head and then back into the other guy's head.
I'm pretty sure he throws 2 daggers. He showed the one into both of their foreheads, but like the one guy in the middle, the other guy it kind of like it's in his right eye. I don't know. It's from the left angle, so who knows?
But we did get our eye shot.
Yeah, they're both dead. So
yeah, we got our eye shot. So I think we could say we didn't go completely without that.
Guts walks into a chamber filled with side character man, person man. And
Dahil, our bitch boy Dahil, is pretty much like...
Yeah, Dahil's just like, "Look, man, just surrender. You have to die." And
like,
Guts
I
just
knew
says,
you were in league with Vargas.
Yeah.
I knew you were Vargas. Yeah. It's like, you better surrender.
Guts just says, "You're in my way."
The move. You're in my way, bitch.
And he's like, "Archers, fire at will! Everybody attack!" And then Guts just kills all of them.
Just like, yeah, he just kills all of them. Like, he basically blocks everything with his cape and sword.
Yeah, and I love the shot. It's like a dual panel shot thing going on, where it's like you see him just like one slash across, and you see like one guy loses his head, another cut in half. Like it just like he just goes down the line and just like starts like cleaving them in half.
Just like they're done for, you know?
Yeah.
And even bitch boy here is like, "What are you waiting for? Attack!"
Everybody attack! And then Gus just continues to kill. And then they bring out Jericho.
The guy
who says that he's stronger than Zondark.
Yeah.
If you're stronger than him, go prove it. And so he walks out there and gets cut in half.
Yeah, it's like, "You're always bragging that you're stronger than Zondark. Just get him already."
Yeah, and Gus just walks up, cuts his shield in half, and then cuts him in half.
like it was nothing.
Yep.
Like it was like butter. I'm like, holy shit. And then,
Well, I mean, the demon before even said, like, no human can stand up to you. So, like, any human, just, if Guts fights a human, they're gonna die. It's just as simple as that.
yeah, exactly. He's like, come back, I want it. He is just a bitch. Like,
To be fair, I mean, doing what he, it's just nobody can stop Guts.
yeah. But no, Dahil himself, he's just a bitch.
Yep, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, and Guts is just like towering over him, like stared right down at him. And then we cut back to Tharissa and Puck's little conversation. And like Puck's like no problem, I'll be your shoulder.
Yeah, like, tell me everything. Like, Tharisia has never had, like, anybody to talk to, so she's just like... And
Like,
Puck's just like, yeah, just go for it. And then they start talking about flying, because Puck can do that.
yeah. You fly, don't you? Like, yes, I do.
And it's like, what's it like to fly? And it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's the same as for birds or bugs. It's like, it's easier than walking, but like half of it's up to the wind.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and she just like says like it's an everyday thing for elves, isn't it? Like, and she's like,
Yep.
and he's like, like, yeah, I guess so.
That's when Puck starts. And it's like, you haven't been here for 7 years, have you? And she's like, I have. Father won't let me leave. He keeps killing heretics and says that, like, he doesn't want me to leave because heretics are everywhere.
The heretics.
Kill the heretics. Burn them alive.
Hey, maybe I might snack on a couple too. Shh.
But they look out the window, they see the guards panicking. They're like, we have to stop the intruder. And Puck's like, yep, that's Guts.
Yeah, he's like, yep, Guts is there.
He even starts like talking to Tharisia and is like, I have to go. Like, my friend, he's not really my friend, but my friend-like person is in danger. I have to go see him. And Tharisia
like,
is not yeah. Not for it, because she's like, I'm like, it's natural that you'd be worried for your friend. And then she eventually just gives in and opens the door and opens the window and lets Puck out.
Like, you'd think she's about to go for that like kind of spoiled like child thing, but then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's understandable. She came to her senses like right away. You'd think there'd be more to that, you know what I mean?
You would think.
Like you would think she'd be like, you stay here. You're mine. You stay here.
Yeah, you're mine forever. Dad gave you to me.
Yeah, you would think that, but she seems a lot nicer than she than she is. You know, than she looks.
Yeah.
And like she realizes, like, yeah, I knew what it's like to be locked up in a cage, so go. Understand. And you see that she like has like a tear, and like Puck just like knocks on the window.
And it's like, I'll be back later. And then she gets all happy.
It's all happy. Then we'll take you out of here. Alright then, see you soon. Meow.
She even thinks, like, to leave this room, to go outside, that's unheard of.
Yeah, I know. She's like having thoughts about that, and like
Puck starts having an inner monologue, like, for revenge on the heretics who robbed him of his woman and
that's why he
robbed him of the woman that he loved. That's why he used the thing for demonic power. Summoned the God Hand to get demonic powers.
To have for the sake of his wife and children.
Yeah.
And then we cut back to Guts, just smacking around bitch boy Dahil. He's not even really like fighting, not slashing him, he's just smacking him around.
Just kicks him straight to the ground. Where it's like, this is your disappointed this guy?
Yeah, and then we see a cool page, just one-page shot of like Guts holding up a sword with the cape draped over his one leg, sword still bloody on the one end, and his face all covered. It just looks so cool.
Yep.
I will admit, just like all the dynamic like one-page shots are always really nice.
The full is crazy.
Yeah, like a lot of the full art stuff looks cool, and even like some of the splash pages.
Yeah.
And then now
he finally makes his way to the Count's throne room, I guess.
To Count Java.
And yeah, and the Count's just like, it's impressive you've made it this far. Time for me to go demon mode.
He's like,
well, not sure. Not exactly yet. Guts has to walk up, and then he notices that there's a demon underneath the steps, so he stabs into the ground and hits the demon tentacle that's going to hit him, and that's when the Count's just like, well, you're sharper than I thought. I guess I better go full demon mode.
And he's like, ooh, it's my dick, like type of shit.
Yeah. Like literally, like you see like this thing rise up and
from between
underneath his groin. So like yeah, it's like, he's literally attacking Guts with his dick, and
he's like, "Ooh, it's my dick." Ooh, whoa.
And then he goes in demon mode, but you don't see it first. First, Puck has to fly around the castle and. I forgot to ask where the Count's quarters is, and then conveniently a wall explodes.
You're like, oh well, there it is.
That's gotta be it.
I do love how expressive Puck is, though. Like,
yeah, he's definitely got a lot of emotion,
a lot of expression. Just like, I can see why Kentarou Miura drew him like simply and just it's for comedy. I guess you gotta throw a little bit of comedy into the offset the balance of all the dark and gory imagery, you know.
Yeah, you don't want things being 100.
Yeah, I mean 100% edgy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like now we see Puck kind of like sneak in. He's like Guts.
He walks in, and then he touches something. It turns out to be a giant tentacle beast, so he backs away.
It just looks like a pile of slime.
And you finally get to see the Count in his
full form.
His full slug form. Like it's quite terrible. It's like the cross between like a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a slug. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it would be funny if it's like, this is not even my final form.
I mean, this is anime. It very, very well could be that. He could sprout wings for all we know.
You know?
Even Dalhim is like, crap, what the fuck?
Yeah, the bitch boy Dalhim's like, fuck this shit.
Yep. But Guts, like, he goes to the Count goes to slam Guts with his arm, and then Guts cuts his arm off, and then the demon just laughs as he
just regenerates.
Like, every time you cut a limb off, it grows back stronger.
Yeah,
you can't possibly destroy me.
You can't destroy my power. And then we see the whole castle shake, and we see Theresa is just like, oh shit,
what's going on? And, like, everything starts falling over, breaking, and like the ceiling starts caving in, and then Theresa looks over. The door is ajar. She can leave if she so chooses.
It's like, I can leave the castle?
She walks up to the door, looks into it, thinks that she sees some kind back at her. I don't know if it'd be an eye or if it's like a light or something. But she sees something behind the door and she stops.
She sees the light of the door and she gets scared and kind of.
But then she thinks about Puck and is like, well, I gotta do this. And so she leaves.
Yeah, like she actually opens the doors to leave. And then now we continue the battle with Guts and
Slugman.
And Java the Slugman.
Yeah, so Slugma over here starts slamming into the pillars and everything, knocking everything down. Puck flies in and is like, "No, Guts, don't do it!" And then Gus is running around the pillars, and Slugma's looking around, looking for Guts, but can't find him.
And Bitch Boy is just gonna run. And Bitch Boy, the heel, is just gonna run, and like, Guts just stops him right at his tracks. Like, he's like, "The fuck you going?"
We got shit to do. And he's sitting there, Dalheim's all, and then you see Slugma walk around this corner, then he looks and he sees the black cape, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna attack him." Then he goes to slam into the pillar, and he does, and it turns out that it's actually Dalheim wearing the cloak.
And he's dead.
Yeah, his head is caved, dangling out. It looks kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. Like, literally, he's like, his eyes like all like dangling out, and like half his face is smashed in.
He's very much dead.
Yeah,
most people get anyway.
Yeah.
Guts jumps out of, swings at Slugma and cuts off.
At Lord Slug.
What is that, the left side of his head? Yeah, Lord Slug. Cuts off his two of his eye stalks and put a slash.
Yeah, he just like starts slashing and hacking at this guy, at Lord Slug here.
Gus gets mad because he's like, "Damn, just a surface wound, just a flesh wound."
Hey, that's the flesh wound, I tell you.
But this is where Slugma like fucking guts his shit up, just
like he starts going
into him.
Lord Slug
starts throwing him all over the place.
Just Lord Slug Java just like kind of goes to town on Guts.
And Puck's looking all everywhere, and Guts lying on the ground.
It's getting Puck upset.
Yeah. And even Lord Slug even says that it's like, "You are obviously a first-rate hero, but in the end, you're just a human."
It's irrational. Those who defeat me beyond human.
It's impossible to think someone like you can the brand flesh.
Oh my god! Yeah, they actually make reference to the brand.
Yep.
And then like
Guts starts trying to stand up, despite the fact that probably every bone in his body's broken by now.
Yeah, probably. Like shit, I don't think most people, if they're not Guts, I don't think most people would survive that.
Yeah, and even the Slug is like saying the entire time that it's like, "Yeah, you can't win. Like,
you're human, you can't win.
You can stand. You can barely stand already. Like I will release you from." And then he claps him right in his leg.
Yeah, the divine evidence of by man's efforts.
And then he claps Guts right in his leg, and I'm assuming breaks his leg.
Oh yeah.
Don't say much, but. Yeah, claps him right in it, and then like one of his tendrils lashes out, grabs him by his non-broken leg, starts whipping him around the room, smashing him into pillars and on the ground and everything.
Yeah, like he's fucking Guts shit up right now.
The entire time though, Guts is holding on to his sword. This time when he slams him into the ground, Guts finally lets go as blood is like pouring out of the back of his head.
Yeah, it's shit. Like he's getting decked right now.
Yeah. You get one final shot of Lord Slug standing over Guts' prone body, and he has his giant mouth like ready to eat him. And
it's like
and then you get a nice shot of Puck holding a feather. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a little thing to end the volume at, like just a little piece of artwork of like Puck holding a little flower. Yeah, and that ends volume 2 of Berserk. So, okay, your thoughts on this volume?
I like it, but I'm upset. Like the volume's perfectly fine. Like that it does its whole thing where it's like, you know, the introduction of the bad guy, Guts has to go stop him. He spends literally the entire chapter fighting him, but by the end of this chapter, this volume's only 2 chapters long.
Yeah, it is.
This chapter, and it's just one of those things where it's like, if they had like I spoiler alert, I already looked ahead. This section is like the divine. It's 5 parts long.
Yeah,
it's 2 parts, and then like the next volume is the other 3 parts plus some other part.
It'll begin
some other chapters.
Like, the next volume will begin. Will end the Black Swordsman arc and then begin the Golden Age arc.
Yeah, so it's just my biggest thing. The fact that this Lord Slug is not. It's going to have to wait another volume for that to happen, but it's other than that, everything about it has just been great. Like even the story itself.
Yeah,
like with other manga we've been reading, pacing has been kind of weird, but for this one, it's like everything's pretty much on point. Like,
it feels
just
like
a foreshadowing, expecting the out into the corridor and see her father in his demon mode, and that's going to be a whole thing between them.
Yeah,
daughter's going to die. Maybe she's not. I don't injured
remember.
in some way.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm expecting that to be it.
But like, I just know something cool with Vargas will happen. But that's the only thing I'm gonna kind of spoil. But other than that, so far my only gripe with this volume is like the foreshadowing for Vargas's death was kind of really easy.
You saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, I saw it kind of like not even a mile away. It was more than that. It's like it was like an inch away. I saw that coming.
Yeah, I agree.
Like just that stuff. Like, okay, I get it.
He's not gonna live.
Yeah, he's not gonna live. But like, it was not as shocking. You know.
Yeah, like I completely get it.
I wish there was more shock to that, because somebody who is pretty much like Guts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something that.
But he doesn't have Guts' demonic strength or anything like that.
But has like the same kind of holds the same values in revenge and stuff like that. And had the same thing happen, like being dismembered and being a prisoner of fear and all that, you know.
Yeah, like Gus knows all about that.
Yeah, I mean, you would
understand Gus being
why
hard ass guy that doesn't with that shit, but it's like everybody knows that like he's dealt with it.
Yeah, he's dealt with probably way worse shit than even Vargas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see into the Golden Age arc, but yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. I'll leave links in the description where you can read it in English and in Japanese, and yeah, and then stay tuned for our manga mini, because we're doing that this week. And yeah, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow! 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 Whoa! Oh, wow! Okay, well, thank you it was a wonderful time talking to you.
Okay.
Okay, Chuck. Wow now.
Bye.